Lyndon Arthur is back, ready to stake a claim for a shot at world glory when he takes on Argentina's Walter Gabriel Shechiera. Part of a huge night of action on Saturday, September the 17th. It's live and free on Channel 5.
This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. It's a huge pay-per-view fight week in Las Vegas, Canelo GGG 3. I spoke to Tom Loeffler over there yesterday. I said, I don't think this trilogy, well, at one point I didn't think this trilogy was ever going to happen. It's taken 4 years to make. We are finally here. Are you surprised that it's come about?
Well, it's boxing. Nothing surprises me. So.
What do you take away from the first two fights, Jonathan?
Nothing.
Why?
There's nothing to take away from it. I mean, what can you use in the first two fights and the third fight? Absolutely nothing. The only thing that's being used in the first two fights that's being used in the third fight is the wrong thing. The judges are being used in the third fight that was used in the first two fights. That's the problem.
All three of them, is that correct?
I don't know if it's all three of them, but if any of the judges that was around that ring, the first two fights don't need to be around there in the third fight. That's just my opinion because the way they justify it. There's no in the world that you have it that big of a gap, you know. And when you got 90% of the people in the arena thought G won the fight. So, but anyway, there's nothing to use from that fight because both fighters are significantly different coming back for the third fight. You know, like the weight class is different. Canelo was a smaller guy coming in. Now he's the bigger guy coming in. He's won a light heavyweight title in between this. He won a super middleweight title between this. So both guys are significantly different.
Okay. Let me ask then, how much is the judging? Everyone's talking about the judging and the potential scorecards that could come about on Saturday night. How much is Gennady thinking about that?
He's not. He's not thinking about it. That's my job to think about it, not his. His job is to think about the fight. He got an opponent to fight. He don't have three judges on the side of the ring to fight. He's worried about his one guy that he's fighting. That's all he needs to worry about.
I've never seen Gennady hurt in a professional ring. Are you surprised by the amount of top pundits in this sport that are actually outright picking Canelo to stop him this Saturday night?
Like I said, nothing surprised me. It's boxing. You will have people's opinions all over. I mean, if you go off everybody's opinion, most fighters won't even show up for the fight if they go off of other people's opinion. So no, you can't let other people's opinion dictate the way you either train a guy, deal with your fighter. You just don't pay attention to it. The goal is to focus on the task at hand, and that's all we're doing.
At 40 years old, just talk to me about Gennady's condition at this present time and during this camp.
He's in great condition. Whether he was 40 or 30, he's in great condition. Whether he was 40 or 45 or 50, he's in great condition. And he's definitely looking forward to putting on a good show.
Do you believe he can stop Canelo Alvarez?
I mean, neither fighter's been stopped before, so it's hard to say if one can do the other. If the one can stop the other. Neither fighter has ever even been on the canvas. So you got guys who never even suffered the knockdown. They don't know what a steady 8 count is unless they're looking at their opponent getting an 8 count. You know, so it's really difficult to say. Like, anything is possible in the sport of boxing. But as of right now, it still haven't happened yet.
I'm sure we are going to get a big drama show come Saturday night here in Las Vegas. Jonathan, just before I let you go, I do want to quickly get your opinion. Your opinion is very respected in the sport, so I do want to get your take on this potential fight between Fury and Joshua. Looks like it's going to be locked in for December 3rd. Who comes out on top and why?
It's hard to say. For me, it's hard to say.
What if you had your last dollar on it?
I don't bet, so my dollar would be safe in my pocket. But for Fury, it's really awesome boxing. And if he got Sugar Hill in his corner, he could be even better. That's the bottom line. Sugar Hill make guys better. That's just what he do. I don't know if AJ stick with the same formula he used for Usyk, it's not going to be a good night for him. because he didn't move, he didn't box. He started going to the body, which started working, but he didn't keep it going. So it's a lot of things that AJ got to think about to figure out what strategy or what he want to do or how you want to proceed in this fight. But I still think AJ is super duper talented, man. And if he open up his talent, he'll give any fighter hell. That's my opinion. But who do I predict? I don't. I'm not making no predictions. So it all depends on how AJ choose to really train for this fight. How he choose, what strategy he use. That's what's gonna make or break the fight. Because Fury's gonna be Fury regardless. But Fury will have to make adjustments if AJ come to him and start, and you know, it depends on how AJ fight him, depending on the adjustments Fury will make. So that's really how I see it. Not giving a prediction, because I'll give a prediction once I see how AJ's training or who's training him. But other than that, I wouldn't give a prediction. But one thing I will say, if Fury got Sugar Hill with him, what a mountain to climb.
Okay, well listen, I appreciate your insight on that. You still did give me a lot on that. Jonathan Banks, best of luck to Team Golovkin this weekend in Las Vegas, and yeah, all the best, okay? Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more
There's
times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.